Coach, we'll open it up with opening comment and then the questions.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously not the opening day that you're looking for, but, still got a good feeling about our football team. I think we certainly got enough players. We do need to execute a lot better. And, a lot of that's on coaching and making sure that we're putting the right packages in and the right game plan. And, we're going to get after it this week, and we'll be ready to go when South Dakota comes to town on Saturday night. And, just excited to get a new opportunity and put this one behind us.
A lot of stuff to clean up, obviously, after game one, including a lot of pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, I mean, don't beat yourself. I mean, that's always the number one phrase on a Friday night before a game. And, I said that to the players, coaches had 5 mental errors because we had 5 delay of games on the offense. And, we had 7 total delay of games, and one of them was intentional. It was on a punt that we wanted to back up a little bit. But, 6 of them, one of them on a punt, 5 of them on offense. That's a coaching error. That's not a playing error. So we need to get that fixed and make sure we get the plays in on time. And, getting used to the new helmet communication system. It's not an excuse. We've had it all summer, but, in a game situation, we haven't been in that before.
Well, that's still a lot of negative, but anything positive when you come out of that game? Do you see anything positive moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, there's a ton of positive stuff. It's just, we just didn't put enough stretches of positive stuff together. It was all in bits and pieces. And, I thought we played physical brand of football. I just don't think we did a great job covering or didn't do a great job of protecting the quarterback all the time. So I think those things really hurt us from having any type of consistency on either side of the ball. I think there were a lot of good splash plays, but really nothing from a consistency basis. And you got to be consistent to be a good football team.
Throw this one behind you, get ready. You got a very tough opponent coming in Saturday right here, hosting number 4 team in the country.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I hate to say it, but I know it's cliche. We really got to worry about ourselves right now. I mean, we got to get some things cleaned up and fixed, and I think we will. And our guy, I talked with our leadership this morning, and they were fired up and pumped up for another opportunity this week and learning from what happened last week. And they understand what the process needs to be moving forward, and they were great. I'm just happy that we have them on our team, and I know that what they do is gonna really help this week.
Final question really for me is, following game, you talked to them in the locker room. What do you tell them?
Well, just disappointed. Obviously, I think everybody in that locker room was, and I think we were, really just talking about the things that happened that quite honestly you saw happen a little bit in preseason. You see it, and we kept telling the guys that, what you do in practice will show up in the game. And, to actually see some of that stuff happen is, hopefully it's validating for them that they understand that what we're telling them is the truth. And, we played, there was a lot of veterans out there, so I'm not making any excuse. North Texas played really well and exposed us in a lot of ways. But we had a lot of first-time Cardinals out there on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of them, and so it was just getting used to the game and the pace and the how the calls were going to come in, and I think all that certainly we kind of paid for that.
Coach, you said working on you guys right now, but what does South Dakota do well that you guys have been focusing on so far?
I mean, they pretty much do everything well. They're very, very basic on defense. They really haven't changed since the last time we played them. I mean, there's a little nuances, but not a wholesale change at all. So their goal is to play the couple of defenses that they play and know exactly what you're going to be able to do to try to hurt it. And they just play to their strength, which is a very strong defensive line, really good second-level players, and a secondary that is really good at getting guys on the ground and making you drive the field to score touchdowns. And that's the way they were 2 years ago, and it looks like a carbon copy right now. And the quarterback's a really good player. He was, I think his first start might have been against us 2 years ago. And then the running back's a really good player. So, and they're big up front, and they got big tight ends. And, that shouldn't be any surprise because we're big and we got big tight ends. So our guys have seen it, but they're a really good football team. And their punter is like 6'7", and I think he kicked like a 57-yarder or something on Saturday against Iowa State. So, they got a good team, and I know they'll be well coached, and it's good. That's the reason they are where they are. It's because of that. So, I know they got a lot of new faces, and that might be a little bit different, but they're going to be a good team for sure. And they're going to give us a lot of issues with playing great technical football. We have a saying: "What wins at the junction point when two people come together?" And it's technique. If you have great technique, you're probably going to win that. If you don't, you're probably not. And that's what's going to happen on Saturday. We're going to come together with these guys who are really good technicians, and we have to bring our technique with us, or else it's going to be a long night.